Okay, once again, hello and welcome to the Rights Golden Sparrow class. And with us today, we have sought amazing guest all the way from Mexico City. We've got Oscar Hernandez and our favorite Roberto. Where are you all? Welcome everybody, Oscar and Roberto. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you all unmute yourself? Can I put all of you unmute? Can you welcome our guests, all of you? Go ahead.
Hello, Roberto. Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hello,
Good
sir.
morning.
Hello. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Morning. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Good morning.
So Roberto and Oscar, you both are fantastic friends. You both are wonderful people. I've seen your work. These are my students who we call them Wright, from the Wright brothers. You know the plane, Wright brothers? They both are from Mexico, and I would like them to introduce themselves. They are SDG activists. Roberto is doing some amazing work in Mexico on climate change. Almost every day, Roberto, I see your Facebook account. I follow you. So many interviews, so many work that you do. Wonderful. And Oscar, very interestingly, he does not speak so much English as much as I don't speak Spanish, but Oscar will be speaking to us in Spanish, isn't it, Oscar? How do you say hello, everybody? You say, hola.
Hola. Hola.
You can unmute yourself. Oscar, unmute, please.
Espera.
Yes, 1 minute, Oscar. Just unmute yourself. And I will make...
Listo. Hello is hola. Nice to meet you is mucho gusto.
So all of you can repeat. Mucho gusto. All right.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Nice to meet you is mucho gusto. Buenos días. Good morning.
Buenos días. Good morning.
Perfect. Perfect.
And it is right now 11 o'clock in the night in Mexico.
Yes, it is.
Wow, this is nice. This is wonderful. So
It's 10 o'clock here.
so it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and they are behind. It's still Friday night in Mexico.
Yeah.
Now see, it's still, Oscar has one full night ahead of us. He can enjoy the Friday night. Please go ahead and Roberto, tell us about what you're doing in Mexico, your work. Please introduce yourself. It'll be wonderful.
Yeah, thank you so much, kids. Good morning to you all. I think you're really smart. You're learning Spanish really quick. Son muy inteligentes. My name is Roberto Juarez. I'm from the south part of the country. I'm Tabasco, so same as Oscar, from Tabasco, Mexico, and I work in climate change topics. I'm an activist and researcher. I work with data and create research on climate change.
Wow, this is nice. So can anybody tell me who's the famous girl who works on climate change also? Who can tell you from the children?
Greta Thunberg.
Okay, Greta Thunberg. So Roberto is the other version of Greta Thunberg in Mexico. You know that? Wonderful. Oscar, what do you do, Oscar? You are a law student. You can translate for Oscar. Oscar, what is your work like?
Okay. I'm lawyer, advocate, lawyer.
Okay.
I'm from Tabasco, Mexico. Tabasco is state Mexico. I'm 27 years old. I work the human rights, climate change, virtual laboratory of law and sustainability. My English is I practice, speak. I understand, but no practice como Roberto. Roberto practice English every day. In my case, Me falta, ¿cómo se dice? Me falta, Roberto. Me falta practicar mucho.
Roberto, you can translate. Let Oscar speak in Spanish. I want my children to understand.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I can translate if you want to speak Spanish, so the kids have the full experience of heard Spanish.
Yes, Oscar, go ahead. How do you say go ahead in Spanish?
Adelante.
Adelante, Oscar.
Ok. ¿Qué sigue, Roberto?
Si te gustas presentar en español. So, kids, please, let's cheer up. Oscar, everybody say adelante.
Everybody with me. Come
Okay.
on.
Adelante.
Adelante.
Me llamo Oscar, soy abogado. Tengo 27 años de edad. Trabajo en derechos humanos y en el laboratorio virtual sobre derecho y sustentabilidad. En Spanish.
Dame chance para traducir ahí. My name is Oscar. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Tabasco, Mexico. I'm a lawyer and a sustainability researcher as well. I work in the sustainability research laboratory, which I'm actually the founder, and I'm talking for Oscar, which is the founder.
Okay.
And he's specialized on human rights.
Wow. Human right is SDG. Which goal? Alfia, ma'am, that's a quiz for you. So I would like her to introduce herself also. Our teacher, Roberto, brilliant teacher. We don't call her teacher. We call her the rock star. Yes. So she will sing Os Dos Tres for all of us now. Alfia,
Oh my
ma'am, go ahead.
God.
Introduce yourself and tell me which is, it's I think goal number 16. Correct me if I'm right or wrong.
Goal number
Please.
16 is justice, peace, and
Yes,
yeah, institution.
Peace institution. So that's the
Yeah.
work that Oscar is doing. Alfia, ma'am, go ahead and tell hello to our Mexican friends also.
All right. So I heard a lot of you speak Spanish, so the only way I can think is hola, and my name is Alfia, and I am the SDG teacher. I try my level best to, get the goals across children through various topics and sustainability, make them understand how important they are and work towards it. Yeah, so that's me.
Sophia and Xavier.
I am 27 years old as well, so
Oh,
I think Oscar and me are of the same age, but he's
yeah, I think so. We have a match here.
All right, this is wonderful. So I think before even we get started, Roberto and Oscar, we have a lot of things to ask about Mexico. And I told you specifically, we have these amazing festivals in Mexico. By the way, Mexico is the largest country for Spanish speaking in the world. I mean, this is amazing, isn't it? And Roberto, how many languages do you speak?
Oh, I have studied some languages. I'm fluently in English and French, but I'm also still studying Chinese and some other languages.
So and Spanish, of course. So French, English, Spanish,
Yeah.
Chinese. So this is wonderful. So when are you learning Hindi from us, Roberto?
Yeah, sure. I need to start learning Hindi.
All right, this is good. So I think the students have, they are the bigger ones actually, right? So they have a lot of questions. Maybe after you have something to share, you have a presentation to share, please go ahead.
Okay. You were talking about the festivals, and you also want us to share some cultural facts about Mexico with the children. I think we can let that at the end of the conversation. If you prefer, we can start with that, as you tell me.
I would love to start with that because there is no better joy than talk about culture. And actually, I pulled something up to share with you. We wanted you to speak on this, Roberto. It is called the Day of the Dead, and it's very intriguing.
Yeah, it is something really interesting that we have in Mexican culture. The Day of Death, El Día de los Muertos, is a one-day celebration that we have in Mexico. And it's actually really interesting because some people might think we are praying or we are worship devil. But I think we have a lot of similarity in our culture because we think that when people die, the soul in some parts of the life is still with the family and remains. We celebrate the last life that people got in this world. So it's a cultural thing, really interesting. Not only Mexico, we have some other manifestations in Latin America, such as Peru and Guatemala. But as you say, Mexico is the largest country with Spanish speakers, so that's why it's really popular. Some like some cultural and festivals in India because it's really colorful and have a lot of music interpretations, and especially the food. It's the whole day it's built around Mexican food, so
Okay.
that's why people love it.
So who can tell me here what are the Mexican foods that you are like? Anyone?
Tacos.
Is that
Yes.
right? So you all eat a lot of tacos.
Yeah, it is right.
So Roberto and Oscar, have you participated in the parade in the Mexico's the Day of the Dead? I saw some of the pictures of the parade and I was very impressed. So just before we start on a more serious SDG note, these are some of the pictures I could just get, very interesting ones. This is the candle night and the costumes and what I saw. So have you ever participated? Is this a big cultural festival there? Yeah, Roberto?
Okay.
Oscar?
Yes, Roberto, es.
¿Quieres saber si hemos participado en alguno de estos festivales como el de Copal o los vestuarios?
Ok, bueno, puedes traducir, ¿no?
Yes.
El Día de Muertos lo hemos celebrado toda la vida. Yo todos los años desde que nací, siempre en mi casa ponemos un pequeño altar y ponemos comida. Eso lo hacen muchas familias mexicanas. Traducen, ya después sigo.
Okay, Oscar is sharing with us that all his life he's been doing this tradition along his family, because
Okay.
it's not only about Mexico is a Catholic country, and when the when Spain came to conquer Mexico for the first time, they thought this was something really about death and devil. So that's why they banned all these cultural expressions. And now it's fully able to express this cultural, but that's why no matter what religion you are or your family, but people all join, and this is a Mexican thing, as I can share, and Oscar is telling us that all his life he has practiced this along his family.
Okay.
And he was also sharing, since he was really small, as the image that you have, we have these cultural events in schools where children can learn more about it and visit the cemeteries along your family.
Okay. I think this is very interesting what you're telling us. Even just the experience of talking to somebody who's already in Friday. We are on Saturday. I mean, you have a whole weekend ahead of it. My half weekend is gone, Roberto. So to meet someone who has, we don't speak the language, Oscar, but it's happening. I want my rights to ask as many questions, but I want you to talk about your SDG work. You have a slide to share. You can please go ahead and share. And the floor is yours, Roberto and Oscar.
Yes. So I would like to give the word first to Oscar, because he's really excited to share something with the kids, because I want to share that he's an expert. He's a really known person to share the human rights and sustainability. He has been in Washington and in other parts of the world, like Spain, to take a lot of courses and academic things. And I'm really happy that he is here with us and he can share this
All right.
time with
Yes.
us. So I don't know if you want to present some slides. Si tienes algunas diapositivas para compartir, Oscar, adelante.
Creo que se olvidó mencionar que el Día de Muertos es, bueno, retomando, no sé si lo dijo, el 1 y 2 de noviembre.
Okay.
The Day of the Dead is 1 and 2 in November.
Okay.
The next November. O sea, y si ellos quieren venir alguna vez, dile, Roberto, tienen que venir.
Oscar is inviting you, all of you, to join this 1st and 2nd of November to his house and celebrate together the Day of Death.
Yes, yes, that's the time. Oh, wow. All of you are invited to Mexico. Who wants to go? Show me a thumbs up.
To eat tacos.
Yeah, Hamza, tell us, what do you want to say?
None of us can go because of lockdown.
Oh, well, don't worry. By the time the flights will resume. Okay, so everyone's invited. Thank you, Oscar.
No, thank you for the opportunity. ¿Cómo? Diálogo, más o menos.
Diálogo.
Diálogo. Cultural, diálogo. Otra pregunta, más o menos, ¿tiene? Other question of the Day of Death?
I think, no, we want to talk about SDG now. Go ahead. There's so much work you're doing. Washington, Spain, you're going. Please tell us about that.
Entonces,
Cuéntanos, Oscar.
¿cuál? De lo de
Sostenibilidad, todo lo que estás haciendo, tus cursos.
Ya. ¿Empiezo con las diapositivas o
Sí,
no?
sí, yo creo que sí.
Okay. I prepared the presentation, but voy a share screen. What?
Yeah,
Share
you
screen?
can share screen. Yes, you can share screen.
Vamos a ver. Perfect.
How's the weather in India right now?
Go ahead, tell him.
It's rainy.
Cold.
It's rainy.
Rainy.
Cloudy.
Oh,
¿Pueden ver? You see?
Yeah, we can see. Yes. Yes,
Yes,
it is Spanish and SDG, Sahib. Mohammed.
Okay. I work for the Laboratorio Virtual Derecho y Desarrollo Sostenible, Virtual Laboratory of Law. You can see el logo, ¿cómo se dice el logo? Más o menos.
logo.
Logo. And the other institutions, National University of Mexico, Chavos Innovando, Salud y Desarrollo Adolescente. Perfect. My presentation is very corta, más o menos, puedo decir, very
Short.
short, very short. I would like to start with some essential questions, easy questions, in relation to climatic change, sustainability. The first question is, what is sustainability development? Why it is important? What action should we take to gradually make in reality? What is daily sustainability model? That's four questions. I would like some help me reading concept. I would like to someone from the audience to help me by reading the concept sustainability.
Okay. Alfia, ma'am, take over. You and your students. Please go ahead.
Yes, actually, I think they'll be able to tell you the exact meaning of sustainability because we've initially, when we started the session, we did that. So, who would like to answer what is sustainability? Yes,
Yes, yes. Sí, sí
somebody
me,
from the kids. What's sustainability?
Can
Who
I?
will tell them?
Can I, ma'am?
Yes, yes, Abdullah, go ahead.
Yes. So sustainability is like you have the forests, and in the forest you have the animals who are endangered. So you need to save that endangered species, and that is sustainability, and like uh, and then
The date tree. You'll remember the video of the date tree at the very beginning.
yes.
Yes, go ahead. Who would like to sum it
Ma'am,
up? So
can I
Abdullah
say?
gave an. Sure, go ahead, Aisha.
okay, perfect.
Ma'am, can I say?
Aisha Kazi would speak. Yeah, we'll have one child just speak about sustainability, and then we'll let Oscar speak. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a girl in that video, and her grandfather was planting a date tree, and then b- uh, after when before when the dates grew, her grandfather died, and but when the girl grew, she got the dates of the date tree when her grandfather grew.
Okay, so this was just a short video that I had showed them at the beginning of the session, wherein we, as the present generation, use our resources in a way that will help the coming generation as well. Like we are going to use it for ourselves and keep it so that the future generations use it as well. That is basically the short description of sustainability that I told them. Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, it is like a cycle that you do. It is like what is the cycle of animals? It is like the cycle of this nature. So means you plant that trees, then it comes when your grandfather does that, then you become big, then you get it, then you plant it for your grandsons, just like
So,
that.
right,
Perfect,
Roberto and
perfect.
Oscar, you know how much SDG these kids have learned from the teacher, isn't it?
Not much, not much. We would love to hear from you.
Please go ahead.
Um,
Roberto. Thank
no
you, Alfie.
problem.
Adelante, Oscar, te quieren escuchar el
No
concepto.
problem. Okay, I see, ¿cómo se dice? Veo que conocen el concepto de sustentabilidad.
Oscar is amazed at how much you know about sustainability.
Also, two words, the concept, the important, future generation and the balance, two words, the concept. I would like the audience, what is the future generations? What is the future generation?
He's asking who according to you all you think are the future generation.
Umar wants to go ahead. Hamza.
Go ahead. Unmute yourself and speak.
Okay.
Ibrahim. Yeah, go ahead, Ibrahim.
¿Qué dijo de las futuras generaciones?
According to me, the future
Está esperando que un niño le
generations are
responda.
dependent on the SDG goals.
Yeah, Roberto, you can go ahead.
What is the future?
Oh no, Oscar was asking me to go on, but thank you for the participation.
Yeah, Oscar, go ahead, Oscar. Please let him go on.
Okay. The future generations, aquí está el concept, okay. Are those people we have not even been conceived. They might be your future grandchildren. It's a philosophical concept, but of great meaning because I make you see as the citizens of the world. Other concept is the balance. It's simple. The sustainability development is the considering a balance in three systems: economic, environmental, and social. Okay. why it is important, or why is important sustainability depot? Well, the current situation that we are living is the proof that we are not prepared face to crisis, COVID, coronavirus. In many cases, movies and fiction books point to great catastrophe or extinction because we don't know how to balance. And Kai Slattersson is the plot of the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
We are the villain Thanos, Avengers, pointed out the universe was spending its course without thinking. There was no balance. Therefore, he's considered extinction of the populations. For obvious reason, I'm not coming to propose a solution similar to Thanos. Even a villain did not observe that to be really effective. There must be a no balance and collective consistent in one generation. The 2013 agenda is present as a solution if we take it seriously. But what action must we do make is a reality. From my point of view, I think several of my colleagues do. I have seen the 2030 agenda must be coming or more discourse with a daily effects. It's
Yes.
political, blah, 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 agenda 2030, blah, blah, blah. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
We need to solve in everyone idea. The idea that we have centered the great responsibility. We can contribute. It's not necessary to be public official or have $1 million. The solution is daily sustainability. The answer, daily sustainability is the answer. But what is daily sustainability? We must clear about certain concept, basic key concepts for the sustainability daily. Ok, un momento. Aquí en español se dice sustentabilidad cotidiana. Es daily sustainability. Sostenibilidad cotidiana o sustentabilidad cotidiana es daily. Y, ok. 5 concepts, basic concepts for daily sustainability. The first, approach the fundamental rights, duties, and freedoms, collaborative work and support network, active concentration listening, cognitive basis, learning and forgetting curve, and el último, ¿cómo no lo pudiste traducir, Roberto, no?
Do what you can. Oscar is telling us that for daily sustainability, there are 4 really important things. One is to approach fundamental rights, duties, and freedoms to understand what are our rights as citizens, but also if we have rights, we have duties as citizenships. And one of that is collaborative work. We need to collaborate with the people that's next to us, because as we've seen, COVID-19 has affected us all equally, no matter if your social condition or your country. So that's why it's really important that you all learn the importance of collaborative work. Also, active concentrated listening. We might have a lot to say, but we cannot grow, we cannot understand and learn new things if we don't hear, if we don't listen to the world. As Greta Thunberg, which I'm going to share with you later. But it's that's an important point to this. We need to do what we can't. We can change the world, but we have its small actions. So that's what that's why and where we should start doing.
Wow, this is, go ahead, Oscar. I must want to add to it. It is very powerful presentation. The snap of Thanos, and then you decide about, daily sustainability. I think you have presented very well. Please go ahead, Oscar.
Okay. The first concept, I'm not Shadou's translation Hispanic and English, but human rights, approach, and freedoms. En español es derechos, deberes y libertades. This concept is complex. This has been developed from the European current and their interaction in Latin American environments. In particular, has germinated in Faculty of Law of the National University of Mexico in the Constructivist Seminar. Very soon, I will send you a paper or conference. This concept is level university level.
Okay.
Pero lo van a ver en un futuro. Puedes mencionarle, Roberto, ¿no? Esa parte.
Yes. Oscar, it's talking that you kids are this generation that's gonna learn about rights, duties, and freedoms and how complex system works. It's easy to say to collaborate, but as you grow and you learn, you will see that there are some problems to do this. This do not mean it is hard or impossible, but that's why it is really important that you learn how to collaborate as kids and as adults.
Okay, this is, I think this is very nice, Oscar, what you're suggesting. Can we open the floor for some conversation and we go to you, Roberto? Because we have 1 hour and I have so much to talk to you, all of you.
Okay, if you want, I can share my screen. So
please go ahead. Yeah, please share your screen. Then we can have one round, a lot of conversation with you.
Okay, please tell me if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so I have this very simple slides that I share with you.
Make it larger? Can you make it larger?
Yes.
Please go ahead. Perfect.
Like that.
How do you say?
I want to.
You say perfecto?
Perfecto. Yes, perfect. Perfecto. So something that Oscar was sharing with you, with all of you, and I'm sure that your teacher has also shared with you, and this is not new for you, is about transformative sustainability. You kids have an important role in the world right now. The past generations have also an important role in the world, but as you've seen, the world is facing really hard trouble, especially in producing and wasting our resources, just like water, the air pollution, and plastics. So that's why I want to share some examples with you. This is a example of the Sustainable Development Agenda, also known as the SDG. And as you know, is specifically developed in 17 goals, which each one have a specific topic and talk us about some problems that we need to solve in the world, so that we have a full and amazing life to live in this beautiful and amazing world. So yeah, actually right now, as you see, the world is facing, in the world we are living in, it's facing the COVID-19, which is a new situation for all of us. But this situation is gonna be really important for you, especially because as the new generation, you're gonna see the long uh, problems that this is going to generate. We're doing our best to take action right now and trying to solve the economic and resources problems, but it's going to be you, your generation, it's going to be Aisha, it's going to be Mohammed, it's going to be Blazing, Mariah, all of you are going to be the actors that's going to change the world, that's going to change your reality. And this is really important for you to understand that no matter how small we are, no matter how young we are, as we were talking in the beginning, we all can have a huge impact in the world. Here I have the famous Greta Thunberg image that all of you might know, but there are a lot of people working to conserve the forest, to keep the water clean, and to make sure all of you have the same opportunities and the next generation have the same opportunities that you are having and the last generations have, just as clean water and education, which was a huge problem to societies some years ago. Right now, we can have this transmission in Mexico and India that Wood was saying at the beginning of this conversation, which is really amazing. But this is part of the development that the world is facing. But this come along with some other problems. So that's why it is really important for me to share this with you. It's you don't have to worry a lot, but you have to understand how the world is going on. So you are never too small. You can have an impact in this world. So you only need to believe in yourself and do what you like to do. Also have this beautiful image. I don't know if any one of you can recognize her, please.
I'm sure they can.
Can anybody?
Malala Yousafzai. Malala Yousafzai.
Yes.
Malala Yousafzai.
What has Malala do? Why is Malala so important?
He fought for the blacks.
Quality education.
Yes, she's fighting for quality education.
Quality education.
Yes. So Malala, you know, the history of Malala, it's not a unique history. It's one of a young population in the world that have problems of education because she didn't have the opportunities as other girls in the world. That's why she's fighting, because one of the things that the world is facing right now is that we all have the same opportunities to everybody, no matter where you from, no matter what language do you speak, or no matter what religion you have the same opportunities that anyone else in the world. Oh, sorry, I can't see my screen. Do you see my?
Please help us again.
Can you see my screen? Okay.
Back here.
So next, we need to think global. We need to know the progress and changes that the world is facing right now, but we need to start acting local. If we see Greta and Malala, they have a huge problems in front of each other, but they start doing their actions in their countries, in their villages. They start doing their job locally. They thought globally because they knew their participation was important, but they start in their country. So that's why we need to understand our cultural environment, our language, our society, how our parents are educated, how our neighbors are educated, as Oscar shared with us. In order to collaborate and do something in this world, we need to know how everything is related to one thing to another. That's a complexity thought. That's how it is called. And next, and I think it's the last
Yeah. Okay.
presentation.
Can you unshare and share again the last one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. The world is yours. I'm telling you this because as I was sharing at the beginning of the conversation, the world is facing problems, but it depends on all of you and your actions, the way that we consume and produce food, the way that we take advantage of these opportunities. That's how our future is gonna bright or not. So I also want to share that, and I think I'm talking for Oscar and me, that you have two Mexican new friends right now to eat tacos with, to give you receipts of tacos, and talk you about the date of death. But also, if we can help you in anything about sustainability or other things while you're growing up, I'm sure that I'm talking of Delphia and Wood, that these conversations are gonna be really interesting. And I think that's everything for me right now. I would love to hear if you have any questions, because I see you have your hands raised. So yeah, thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. So yeah, we can undo the screen share so we can all have Roberto. Fantastic. Thank
Yes.
you, Oscar and Roberto. Very crisp, very lovely presentation. I will open the floor for at least 2 or 3 questions about Mexico. It is so Roberto and Oscar, you said they have got 2 Mexican friends. I'm telling you, you've got 16 Indian friends now. And plus some of us also, right? So you got more of that. But I would like them to tell us what did they like about the presentation. One question, maybe Hamdan, Usman, Hamdan, Anas, go ahead, start. Humaira, have my conversations. They are here for some time and they're waiting for you. They're staying awake. So please go ahead. Let's have these conversations. Who wants to go first? Where is Jueria? Yes, go ahead.
I like the last one.
Okay. What did you like, Aisha?
Stay global and stay local.
Roberto, this girl wants to say that yes, we are all different, but we want to stay local and stay global as well. Wonderful, Aisha. That's beautiful. Who else want to go ahead and tell us? Who liked the snap part?
Of course, I like the Avengers part, and I like the whole presentation because it was very nice. I got to learn so much from that, and
wonderful, Abdullah.
Thank you for making us learn.
And Abdullah, on our behalf, can you ask them what are their favorite Avengers?
Yeah, what are your favorite Avengers? Mine is Captain America.
Oscar, ¿cuál es tu héroe favorito de Avengers?
Okay, Iron Man, Tony Stark. Well, we can all be superheroes. In the house, school, street, or family, we can heroes. Two necessary 2 things: teamwork, and listening activity.
Wow.
It's necessary listening, but si no escuchamos, no podemos solucionar. ¿Cómo podría ser, Roberto?
If we don't hear what's surround us, we can act. That's what Oscar is telling us.
Perfecto. A teamwork is necessary for teamwork in the house, in the family, in the street. The Agenda 2030 never successful, si se pronuncia más o menos, Roberto, without teamwork.
Wow.
Yes.
Teamwork and active listening. I want to lead you a task.
Okay.
You can, ¿cómo se dice entrevista?
Interview.
Interview on your friend and family. What is the superhero favorite? Iron Man, Hulk, or, bueno, this is the Avengers. Pero hay otros héroes, ¿cómo se podría decir? Hay otros héroes.
There are so many heroes that you can get inspired from, not only the Avengers.
En Mexico, superhero is a Chapulín Colorado.
Oh, yes.
Who's that?
México es Chapulín Colorado. Okay, lo voy a escribir en el chat.
Yes, or share an image. Comparte una imagen de
Vamos
Chespirito.
a ver, lo voy a buscar.
Also wants to share with all of you a Mexican superhero which was created on television, but the older generations grow with it because he was a superhero, but he was a normal person, just like you and I. So it's really interesting.
You can show us. How do you spell Chapulín Colorado? It's very interesting.
Share screen.
Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, you can share screen. Please go
That's
ahead.
how you write it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Wow. So Iron Man. Who all loves Iron Man here? That's what. Okay, I can see Yahya, Juwairiya, Muhammad. Wonderful. Let's see a Mexican superhero now. That's new. That's interesting.
Mexican, you see?
Wow, this is nice. Okay, Chapulín.
Chapulín Colorado. Así, a ver, pronounce. ¿Se puede ver, Roberto?
Correct.
Yes, sí, sí se ve.
Aquí no lo veo bien. A ver, pronounce Chapulín Colorado.
Okay. And he's an ordinary person, you say? It's like us?
Yes.
Wow.
Superhero, my grandpa, other generations.
Okay. This is something very new. Thank you, Oscar. This is
So
wonderful.
he's a superhero without superpowers. That's what you mean.
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. It reminded me of a Japanese superhero. They call it as Anpan Man, you know. And Anpan Man is supposed to have flaws, but yet people look up to him as a superhero. So
wow,
it's quite similar, you know.
He said he's superhero without superpowers, just like us. But we have each other. That's what makes us superheroes.
Yes, that's the most beautiful part. And here is Alfia Ma'am superhero.
Oh,
interesting.
He looks really funny.
Cute little Anpan Man.
He
just makes a lot of mistakes, and people still consider him to be superhero because of his goodness.
Wow. I love the message you are saying that you don't have to wear a cape or wear a suit to be a superhero. I think Roberto and Oscar, you are superheroes for us. You are Captain Mexico, by the way, both of you. You can tell that to Oscar. Both of you are, you know, the way you're telling things to us. We'll take two last questions. Perhaps it's wonderful. You know, I'm sure Shruti ma'am is right waiting at the doorstep. Maybe one at least. Go ahead. Anyone wants to ask something else to them? So beautifully what you explain. So crisp, so precise. I like that. Who wants to go ahead? Hamdan wants to go ahead. But
what was the task?
A task, Aisha, is just to interview someone around what are their favorite superheroes. And Oscar said that you need team to be a superhero. Okay, yeah, go ahead, yeah. Unmute and speak up.
I like the presentation of Oscar sir, that means the sustainable that future generations that.
Oscar, he loves your presentation and what you said about sustainable future generation.
Okay, Roberto.
Que le gustó mucho tu presentación y que sí que le puedes decir sobre los sostenibilidad para las próximas generaciones.
Hamdan, can I get my screen back? Thank you.
Okay. The daily sustainability is okay. The sustainability not work for the political, for the national organizations. Sustainability is the street, in the house. Three basic case to sustainability: teamwork, listening, activity, but people need to be heard. People need to be heard, to be listened. People, your mother, your dad, ¿cómo se dice? Médicos.
The medical support, yeah, the doctors.
Yes.
Voy a decir que las personas, parece fácil, pero las personas nunca son escuchadas.
Oh yeah, Oscar is telling us that as we were talking about superheroes, some superheroes for the world right now are medical people, but they don't get heard sometimes. So that's why it's really important that we pay attention to everybody, because everybody got a superhero inside of it.
Perfect. I think on that note, Oscar, to us, all the teachers and the students are superheroes. You're doing wonderful work. I think that is all the time we have got to talk to my friends from Mexico. Thank you for staying awake. Alfia, ma'am, you have the last words, and you can thank them on all of behalf of the Golden Sparrow.
Sure, sir. It was lovely to have you all, and it was a wonderful experience for our children to have people come from all the way from Mexico and speak about sustainable development. I guess maybe even I couldn't do justice to the topic as you guys have done it, and I am eternally grateful for this session. Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you so much, Roberto and Oscar. So how about ending on a Spanish song? Which song can we all sing together? We'll sing with you, Roberto and Oscar.
Una canción, Oscar, para cantar con ellos en español.
So let's.
Okay.
I only know Ricky Martin, Us Dos Tres. I don't know anything else.
Ricky Martin is
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican. Oh, okay. Senorita. Abdullah Patel says Senorita. Is that what you know?
Singer Mexican is, ¿cómo se dice? Hay muchos.
There are a lot of Mexican singers.
Please go ahead. Roberto, we want you to sing. He's a very good friend of mine. He has good voice also, isn't it? You can become a good actor in Bollywood, Roberto. So let's end on a good song and let's end out. Come on. Bella Ciao. Oh my God. Juveria says Bella Ciao.
Bella Ciao, sí, ya.
Cielito Lindo, Oscar.
Cielito Lindo, puede ser. O Juan Gabriel.
Ajá.
Singer Mexican, Juan Gabriel. Do you listen, Juan Gabriel?
Yeah,
are you related?
You have to sing for us.
Okay, Juan Gabriel is Mexican singer, most important, is representative, no? Representative de Mexico. Juan, lo es en el chat. Juan Gabriel.
Pero que te cantes una. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar. Porque le faltan las dos patitas de atrás.
Una muy buena canción.
That's the Cucaracha song.
Okay. So I'm going to play for them for the next class. Thank you so much once again,
Yes.
Roberto and Oscar. It was a pleasure to talk to all of you. Can I have a big thumbs up and thank you to our guests?
Woo.
Thank you,
All right.
kids.
Thank you. It was an interesting class.
Thank you. It was very nice.
Hope to see you soon
Thank
again.
It was very nice session.
It was really fun. Thank you. Bye.
Amazing.
Thank you, all of you, and thank you, my kids, for being so amazing. I'm so proud to bring
And
guests to
sir,
this rights
and sir,
class.
I'm waiting for the receipts of tacos.
Next time we'll show you how to prepare Mexican tacos.
Wow. All right. Bye-bye, Roberto and Oscar. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Pleasure.
Bye.
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 Bye. See you soon.
Bye. See you soon.
See you soon. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.